Right folks, it's another day on the van today. Guess what I found? Rust. Yes, it's not good, but it is what it is. Let's show you. So it's MOT time for the grey van, well, at the end of this month, but I've learned my lessons that basically when it's MOT time, you have it MOT'd well before the MOT. I have like a pre-MOT, so just see what's wrong with it this time, because there's always something wrong. It'll fail on something, it's just a done deal. So I've been getting this weird knocking, banging from the front end, so I thought, well, I'll take the driver's side wheel off, have a look, just to see if the hub's like loose or something like that, or there's just play in it, but it all seems okay, so I'm hoping it's the other side. However, when I looked at it, there's quite a lot of surface corrosion. There's no holes in it yet. As the start, was pretty bad there, and it's been hit. Can you see there? Where's the camera? It's been hit there at some point in the past. So yeah, so yeah, I'm going to put some Pool 15 on it, which is good stuff, but I've already opened it, and getting this thing open was impossible, so I had to wreck it. It's a full tin, and it's like 35 quid a tin. So I'm going to see if I can decant this into like something that isn't going to, I'm not going to wreck trying to get into it. Look at it, it's ridiculous. Because I'm not wasting that. There's no way I'm putting all that underneath the van, not today, I haven't got time. But it's stupid paint. So I'm going to lather as much of that stuff under there as possible and put the wheel back on and have a look at the other side. But yes, rust. It seems stupid not to do all the wheels off. It's just stupid. And if you do use that stuff, make sure you wear rubber gloves, because if it gets on your skin, you ain't getting it off. It isn't coming off. Anyway, right, back to it. I'll speak to you in a bit. Right. I've painted a shit ton of this poor stuff on. It's like an anti-rust paint. It's actually quite good. It was recommended to me by my mate Rich. He rebuilds Subarus, does ground restorations, and he swears by this stuff. I've used it now for the last year, even though it is like 30 quid a tin or whatever the hell it is. What is it? Pool 15. But I'm gonna have to decant that into something else, because there's still that much left in it. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get some stone chip and just paint the rest of it. Wait for this to dry, and then I'll have a look at the other side and see if I can find. It says in the MOT about bushes being warm, but that looks alright to me. I'm no. Last year it says an advisory on a warm bush boom. Doesn't look like. I don't know what that is, but anyway. Right, there we go. Done my best. Well, folks, you wanted rust. Rust we have. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's so bad. It's just. It looked good. It's not. It's just. I only looked this side to check and find why it's vibrating, and found it's there. But then I had to go poking around, didn't I? I just had to go poking around. I mean, the rest of it looks alright. Just this inner arch, it's like the blue van. It's, you know, down here, it actually looks really good, but until I start, I'm not going to poke around under there. But that, I'm going to have to fix. I could just cry, people. I could just cry. But we're here. It's let me just again, it's not looking too good in there, but I'll have to cut the whole lot out. This is solid. That's solid there. Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? But I'm going to have to cut this out and put a piece in, because can't stay like that, can it? Oh well, fun times. But I'm gonna have some lunch because listen, can't be a bit rust, can you? Just a nice shot of the Class 31 behind me there. Right, folks, so this is where I'm at. That's all dry now. I made a cardboard template and I made this, but I always make it just a tiny bit wider to sort of cut all them, get that in there so I can weld it in. It's a bit thicker, you can see there. I just need to cut that back, so along there, so it's a bit flush, and I can weld it onto that edge there. Hopefully it doesn't blow through. But yeah, if you're in the music industry or you know anything about equipment, that's a piece of a Behringer keyboard amplifier where the power supply sat. It's a piece of that's right, piece of Behringer on the van. Excellent. Right, piece of Behringer is it fits. So it's time just to spray it up with some weld through primer and sort of weld it in, which will be fun. I don't know whether it's galvanized or not. It looks like it's galvanized. I think it's just mild steel. No rust on it. Oh, we'll find out. Right, let's get to it. Right, I ain't no welder and it's not pretty, but it's in there. I'm going to attack it with this now. Get that in there, and I don't normally do any grinding without a guard, but with a guard I just can't get that in there to cut down the edges, so I'll be wearing the welding gloves for this, I think, in case a piece falls off. So yeah, see how we get on. Right, it's on. Grinded it back again. It's not the prettiest, but it's on. So I'm going to use some PU, so it's a seam sealer. Get a ton of that in there. It's all primed up, so primary thing now is to get the seam sealer in on the gun and get all of this smooth so moisture can't find its way back in again. I get a little bit round back there. On the blue van, all of this was completely rotten, but as you see on here, it's actually quite solid. I've just put a bit of PU in those holes over there, but it's actually surprisingly solid on this one. Strange, isn't it? Because this van's done like 3 times the mileage of the other one, but then there you go, a little bit there, look. I'll get some PU on that. But yeah, that's what I'm up to now. I'm going to get that on there, wait for that to go off, and then finally do what I intended to do, which was change that bush there. I'll spray a bit more WD on it because them bolts look like they're going to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, that's what I was meant to do today, was change that, but there we go. Oh, and the exhaust, I've ordered an exhaust, but if you can see the exhaust there, it's completely shot. But it's one massive pipe that runs all the way to the end, see? All the way to the end. So I'm going to have to cut it off. I've ordered one from GSF Parts, that should be here next week. It's got an MOT on Thursday, so wish me luck. But yeah, you can see the underside. It needs doing. It's okay, but surface rust a lot of it, but it will need doing. You see the sill. The sills, I'm not even going to go near them. But this one's here solid, look. But the back quarter, I do need to do that. That's rotten, but that can wait. Right, it's done. As I said, not pretty, but it'll do. I put a little bit in around the edges and around there and stuff. Just brushed it in. I'm gonna spray some of this on it. It's wax oil all underneath, all here now. But I did miss that rusty bit there, so I'm gonna put some 450 on that now. But yeah, I'm gonna spray it all up and then put the wheel back on. That'd be good. What a nightmare, but there we go. Surface rust, we'll leave that for the minute. Otherwise I'll be here for the rest of the year fixing all these bloody rust spots. Right, we're all done. So it's, I'm not bothered doing it because now we're on with that bit. As you can see, it's all wax oiled, which I think is pretty well. Did the pour 15 up there, got all that done. Yeah, it's all done. that's the repair in there. I've not sprayed on access that rubber stuff, so yeah, it's all done. But what I've also done is, because there is a little bit of surface corrosion, I've gone on there with that pull 15 at the end where there's that rust patch. I've just gone over it with that just to keep it nice for the moment. Right, gonna put the wheel back on. I thought I had a pair of these, I just can't find them, so I just ordered another pair. So the wheels will have to come off again to do that. Before I put the wheel on, I'll spray a bit more WD on it, so when I do come to do it, it'll come off a bit easier. So yeah, wheel on.